What's up, man? It's your big brother K-Rino, man. I want to talk to y'all about this. This is kind of, it's serious, man, and it's layered. It speaks to a couple of different situations, and it's talking about women who who have children, but they get involved with a guy, and then they start to put that guy ahead of their children to the point of almost, and in some cases, neglect of their own children. And I know what some of y'all might be thinking, wait, man, why are you just saying women? I'm just dudes that do that too. And, yeah, but for the most part, the woman is the one who has custody of the children if the man is not in the house and if she's not with the father of her children. You know, the statistics show that the woman has the children. So you see it more in the case of females than you do with guys. So that's why. So I don't want nobody to think that I'm, picking on um, the sisters or neglecting the fact that there are men who go through this too. Um, it speaks to a couple of things. It speaks to self-esteem issues on the part of the woman. If a woman has been through some tough relationships, if she's been through some things with other men, and or it's been a while since she's been involved with somebody, and she really wants to be with somebody, then the first guy that comes along that kind of gives the impression that shows himself to be a guy that may be down with her, um, she may go in all in before she really gets a chance to fully and thoroughly understand, what this guy is about. And when she gives too much of herself and her heart and her emotions into this situation with this guy, by the time she finds out that he's not a man who's worth it, then she's so emotionally invested that sometimes it's too late. Now, what happens is she will lose focus on the children because she's so happy and so ready to be loved by their man. But you should never reach a point to where somebody has you getting far, far, far out of character and your children are just left hanging in the balance. And the sad part about it on another level is that usually, like in most cases, on the outside looking in, friends and family and other people can see the um, the manipulation. They can see the fact that this person is using this person. They can see all that, and in a lot of cases, they'll try to bring it to the friend and the family members' attention. Hey man, nah, this dude ain't for you. This dude ain't this. But when you caught up, you either are in denial of it, or you don't even perceive that you're doing it. You just don't recognize it, but it's actually happening, and your children are starting to suffer because of that. Whether it be you leaving them by themselves in the house, ain't no food. You're neglecting them on the food side. You're neglecting them on the appearance of your children. You're looking at people seeing your children and they go, man, what's the deal? You're not taking care of them. And it don't always have to be, this don't always have to apply to just little children. This could apply to older children, teenagers, because um, there are different levels of love and attention that children need based on their age. So it's not just about we know what has to be done for a little baby. We know what has to be done for a toddler. We know what has to be done for elementary school. But the teenagers, it's a different level of love and attention that they need, especially in this particular day and age where it's so wild out here and the children are so impressionable, and it doesn't take much for them to see or hear or be influenced by something that takes them off the course, and you can lose your child just that quick. But on the other side of that, if you have a man who is saying that he's dedicated himself to you, that he wants to be with you, then once he says that, then it is automatic. It should be automatic that he is committing himself to your children too. A woman should never ever involve herself with a man and commit herself to a man when she has children and that man is not committing to her children the same way he's committing to her? Because he has other motives, if that's the case. So so no self-respecting man should be comfortable with letting a woman just give him all her money. He should be comfortable with seeing a woman run off with him, and he don't even have a thought to say, hey, well, what about your children? Hey, but it's guys that are out there like they don't care because they using a woman. They don't care nothing about those children. But a real self-respecting man is he would check her if she was kind of falling into that pocket. But wait a minute, well, these babies got some food. Who's keeping them? No, we can't leave them here by themselves. It's gonna be some kind of way that he's gonna check that situation, and if he don't, that ain't who you need. That ain't who you need to be with. Plain and simple. He don't care about you or your children. But sometimes when we so desperate to be loved or what we think is love, we will we will devalue ourselves and allow ourselves to be devalued and mistreated all the way down to that level and put ourselves in the hole behind people who would never do the same thing for you. So people start to lose property. You mess around and getting your utilities cut off. You might get kicked out. You letting this cat borrow your car. He might mess your car up. If he don't mess your car up, he bring your car back with no gas. Unreliable, undependable, just You gotta wake up. Because if you feel as though that type of man is the best that you can do, then you have a self-esteem issue that you have to fix. You have an insecurity in you that you have to fix, because the truth of the matter is, if that insecurity is there, somebody planted it in you a long time ago. So we don't blame the sisters for that at all. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad, he said, there's no such thing as a no good woman. He said, any no good woman was made that way by a no good man. So at the root of all this is one of us that done did something to, what's the word I want to use? To shell shock that woman and make her feel like, oh, I can't lose him, I can't lose him, I can't lose him. Even if it means putting our own children on the back burner. Can't do that. And the last part I'm going to say, and I'm saying this last not because it's should be last. I'm saying it last because it wraps up. It puts everything in its proper perspective. Most of our sisters are spiritual women. Women who believe in God. Women who believe in a higher power. Women who pray. But when we allow a man, sisters, when you allow a man to come into your life and just take over like that and bring you out of character like that, you are denying the power of God, because you're basically saying, I'm going to do this myself. And your choice is proven to not be effective. You're not having that faith that God will provide you the right kind of man. You feel like, I can't do no better than him. You could do way better than him. 10 times better than him. But you got to put your faith and trust in a higher power to deliver that man to you. And if you come out of that situation with the user, don't take on the mentality that I'm done, I'll never be with a man, all these men. No, don't take on the mentality. Because that was him. That was the other one before that. That was the other one before that. So you have to be accountable for the choices you make as well. But you got to understand that there's some brothers out there that'll do right by you. Sometimes, with the men and the women, we just ain't good at making them choices. All right, man, it's your big brother K-Rino. Y'all leave any comments down below if it's something I forgot. Shout out to my homie for this topic. You know what it is. I got some rat knuckles for you. You know what I'm saying? You know what time it is. I got you covered. Inside joke. But I'll catch y'all later on with it. Peace.